Buck Jones is just one of many young fellas that moved to Nashville to write music and to play music and to have a career in music, hopefully. And he moved here from Texas, as so many people do, but really from all over the country and all over the world in some ways, for sure. Moved to Nashville because I know that when I was in Atlanta and I wrote Jackknife, and I thought, man, that's a pretty good song. I wonder if I could write two good songs. Maybe I should go where there's like songwriters, you know, and there is some kind of weird osmosis, or it's in the water, it's in the air. I think it's also, you just hear good work. And that's why part of why people move here, that are moving here seriously, you know. And Buck was just one of these young fellas from Texas. And he came here to play music. The first week I lived here, I met him. We worked together at Billy Block's Western Beat show. And that's how I knew him. And every time, he was a Texan, every time he would try to buy me a beer, I'd say, yeah, I'll have a Miller Lite. He'd go, okay, and he'd bring me back a Shiner Bock. Yeah. And after a while, I'm like, he'd go, let me get you a beer. I'm like, you know what I want? I know what you're going to bring me. Oh, no, I'll bring what you want. Shiner. He's just going to bring a Shiner Bock. It didn't matter. But bless his heart, we went out to Texas a lot. His folks live in Stephenville, and he had grown up in Belton. And this is all new to me, but I recorded, finally got this song of his these days that he wrote with his wife, Amy Beth Jones and Buck Jones. And it's in the song, it says, take the bull by the horns. And I was like, Buck, what do you know about steer wrestling? He said, well, I took rodeo in PE. I went, what? He goes, yeah, your PE, you could do rodeo for Texas. Crazy. People are worried about football injuries. Oh my, can you? All right. He didn't steer wrestle in high school, but horses and little cattle and roping. And I don't know, but he just turned me on to a whole other part of Texas I just didn't understand. And if I do, I'm going to say bad things about AAA, because we had a flat tire at 1:30 in the morning on I-35 going into Fort Worth, to Dallas-Fort Worth. He got him on the phone, AAA, because he had AAA, and they said, well, we need to know where you are, so go find the nearest mile marker. And I'm older. I was 15 years older than him, and I don't want to say I was mentoring him, but I felt some responsibility for him, and I was trying to help him, and we were helping each other play music. Okay, and he jumped out of the car, and I'm like, wait, where are you going? And I regret and whatever. I didn't stop him. He just took off, and he found the mile marker apparently, but he came back on the access road, which is in Texas, access roads are on both sides of the interstate. And I did not see the accident. And I think I didn't see the accident because I sincerely believe that the person driving was driving with their lights off, which is a thing, to drive in the moonlight and whatever on the access road. Who cares? You might hit a deer, whatever. Well, they hit a person, and I had to identify Buck's body, and it was very tragic. And but I called a dear friend when it was finally, and let me say, the not state troopers, the Rangers, they got me through that evening because they, I guess, see this kind of thing a little more often than normal people. But at the end of the night, I went back to Buck's car. Well, I had a flat tire. And I'm like, I got to change the flat tire. And the Rangers like, we got it. And the Rangers changed it. So can't talk about bad about Rangers around me. But that's it. I called my buddy, Davis Raines. And I was like, Davis, I got terrible, terrible news. This is what happened. And Davis, who was a prison captain in Alabama, great songwriter, you know. But I said, he goes, now listen, Buck's family's going to have people coming up and helping them, and they're going to be surrounded by support and love, and you need to come back where you can get that. He said, just turn around, come back, call me every hour or so, check in. And it was a very tough car ride, but he gave me good advice, because they didn't need me and they didn't need Buck's car, or whatever. I felt like, I got to take his car. Nobody cares about that. So I came home, and that was wisdom from a buddy.